Okay, hi student. Let's continue our topic trigonometric ratio, chapter 5, part 2. Make sure you have already viewed my part 1. Okay, our learning standard to define sine, cosine and tangent. Okay, you have learned this in part 1 to identify hypotenuse, opposite side and adjacent side. Let's say this angle is x. So sine x equals to opposite side of a hypotenuse. Cosine x or cos x equals to adjacent side of a hypotenuse. And tangent x equals to opposite side of a adjacent side. Okay, let's sine x become s, cos x, c and tangent x d, opposite side o, hypotenuse h, adjacent side a. So, to remember this, we can use this. So, chah, toa. S for sine. Sine equals to opposite of a hypotenuse. Chah, c cos equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. T for tangent equals to opposite over adjacent. So, for this diagram, sine x equals to BA over CA. Remember our formula, opposite over hypotenuse, opposite BA, hypotenuse CA. So for cos x, adjacent over hypotenuse, so adjacent BC, hypotenuse CA. So cos x equals to BC over CA, and tangent x opposite over adjacent, opposite BA, adjacent BC. So tangent x equals to BA over BC. Next, complete the following table based on the triangle PQR. So this is angle x. So for sine x, cos x, tangent x, we refer to this angle x. So identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side and the adjacent side. So sine x equals to, remember the formula, sine opposite of a hypotenuse, opposite QR, hypotenuse PR. So QR over PR for sine x, cos x, adjacent over hypotenuse, adjacent PQ, hypotenuse PR. So PQ over PR. For tangent x, opposite over adjacent, opposite QR, adjacent PQ. So QR over PQ. For tangent y, we refer this angle y. So the hypotenuse remain unchanged, but these two will differ. So this one will become opposite side and this one will become adjacent side. So for sine y, opposite over hypotenuse, opposite is PQ, hypotenuse PR. So PQ over PR. For cos y, adjacent over hypotenuse, adjacent QR, hypotenuse PR. So QR over PR. For tangent y, opposite over adjacent, opposite PQ, adjacent QR. So PQ over QR. So let's do this homework. Mind test 4.1b in your exercise book. Next, our learning standard. To determine the values of sine, cosine and tangent of acute angles. Okay, the diagram on the right shows a right angle triangle PQR. Calculate the value of length of PR. Length of PR. So this is right angle triangle. So we can use Pythagoras theorem to calculate the length of PR. So PR equals to square root of 15 square plus 8 square. This is Pythagoras theorem. So this one equals to square root of 289 equals to 17 cm. So PR equals to 17 cm. For B, sine angle PRQ. So let's look at angle R. This one. So identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side and the adjacent side. So remember the formula. So to find sine is opposite of a hypotenuse. Opposite is 15, hypotenuse 17. So sine angle PRQ equals to 15 over 17. So next, C, cos angle PRQ. So use the formula adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is 8, hypotenuse 15. So 8 over 17. Sorry for that. So next, tangent QPR. Look at angle P. P here. So identify the hypotenuse, the opposite and the adjacent. And remember the formula. So tangent equals to opposite over adjacent. Opposite 8, adjacent 15. So 8 over 15. So next, the diagram on the right show a right angle triangle PQT and RQS. PQR is a straight line. Given that the length of SQ is 6 cm, calculate the value of length of QR here. So we know SQ is 6. So we can use Pythagoras theorem to find the length of QR, which is QR equals to square root of 10 square minus 6 square equals to 8 cm. Next, length of PT, we use the same formula. We use Pythagoras theorem. So we know that SQ is 6. So T is the midpoint. So TQ is 3. So we use Pythagoras theorem. PT is equal to square root of 4 square plus 3 square. So we get 5. Next, C, sine angle QRS. So we refer angle R here. Then we identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side and the adjacent side for angle R. Remember the formula. So sine equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite 6, hypotenuse 10. So 6 over 10. Simplify this to the simplest form, 3 over 5. Next, question C. Calculate the value of angle TPQ, cos angle TPQ. So this is the angle P. Identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side and the adjacent side for angle P. We know that PT is 5. So formula cos equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent 4, hypotenuse 5. So 4 over 5. Next, tangent angle PTQ. So refer to this angle T here. So identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side and the adjacent side. The formula tangent opposite over adjacent. So adjacent 3. So answer 4 over 3. Adjacent, opposite over adjacent. Next, tangent QRS. Now, let's look at angle S here. So, identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side, and the adjacent side. So, SQ6, remember the formula. Tangent equals to opposite over adjacent. Opposite is 8, adjacent 6. So 8 over 6. We simplify this to the simplest form. Then we get 4 over 3. Okay, let's look at this example. The diagram on the right shows a right angle triangle PQR. Given that PR is 20 cm and sine angle QPR equals to 3 over 5. Calculate the length of QR. The length of QR. So, since sine angle QPR is 3 over 5, so 3 over 5 is actually cosine. Remember, so 3 is opposite, 5 is hypotenuse. So 3 for opposite, 5 for hypotenuse. Okay, but the actual length of PR is 20. So we multiply 5 with 4, then we get 20. Once you multiply here with 4, here also you must multiply with 4. So the actual length of QR is 12. So the answer is 12 cm. Okay. From this, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So 3 is opposite, 5 is hypotenuse. Okay. Then look at the actual length. Then you will get the answer. Okay. The idea. Next. Cos angle QPR. So we refer to the angle P. Identify the hypotenuse. The opposite side and the adjacent side. So remember the formula. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. We don't know the adjacent, so we have to find out PQ first. So use Pythagoras theorem. 20 square minus 12 square. So PQ equals to 16 cm. So for cos QPR, adjacent over hypotenuse, 16 over 20. Simplify this, get 4 over 5. So, do your homework, mind test for 5.1D in your exercise book. Thank you.